These past few years, virtual reality games have gained immense popularity. Games can be played with the use of a special headset that covers the eyes. Currently, the game that has caused the most ruckus in the VR world is called Before Your Eyes. Why is everyone going crazy over it? Stay tuned to find out more about it and other weirdly intriguing VR games. What is Before Your Eyes about? Ready to find out all about the hype that revolves around this game? We've got you covered. Before Your Eyes took the world by storm on April 8th, 2021. What's the objective of this game? This virtual reality experience allows the player to live the life of a poor soul named Benjamin Brynn. Each mission of the game consists of completing a part of Benjamin's tear-jerking life, starting from his birth till his death. The player gets to make decisions, talk to people, and live in the places Ben lived in his whole life. However, the real reason why this game went viral upon its release was that you could simply change timelines by blinking. Yes, it is astonishing. The whole journey, once a player puts on their VR headset, feels like living inside someone's dream. Of course, players approach the storyline from a first-person perspective in this game. Players can jump a time frame of days or years with a single blink. Were the masses satisfied with the quality and concept of Before Your Eyes? Even though the game garnered heaps of attention and praise, people had their fair share of complaints too. For some players, the story was an emotional roller coaster, and for some, it was the most adventurous gameplay of their lives. The lack of use of external devices, such as a mouse to control the game, is what gives the player the ultimate realistic experience. We understand how living and making decisions for someone else's ill-fated life can be burdensome for some young players. Moving on, we'll tell you what complaints the players had with the game. A common issue faced by the majority of the players was that even when they didn't want the timeline to switch, an involuntary blink would interrupt the round. It's annoying when progress made in a game gets messed up. While there are pros and cons for every game, Before Your Eyes was widely loved and even reviewed by a popular gamer called PewDiePie. Next, we're going to list down the weirdest games that have been created for the virtual reality world. Most of these concepts are widely held superstitious beliefs that have been incorporated into games. The mix of cultural values with the creative masterminds in the gaming world has given the world some of the most bizarre VR experiences to date. Let's start by talking about a game called Hotel Blind. The name alone is enough to make people wonder what this is about. It consists of a hotel room shown to a player, and then everything turns black. Just like the daily life of a blind person, the player gets to experience the life of a woman from a first-person viewpoint. We just got goosebumps. What missions do players have to fulfill? Oh, it's nothing difficult, just running errands like making an important phone call or looking for keys. While these tasks are simple to an ordinary person, they're a struggle for those who go through life without vision. The genius minds of the creators give us a chance to make use of our other four senses in 3D. We're on our way to book a room at Hotel Blind. Let's go back to ancient times. This game is not for the faint-hearted ones. If you're not comfortable with gore, we suggest you skip this one. Next up, we've got an extremely weird and nauseating game for you. Ready for it? Here we go. This strange compilation of pixels is called Disunion Guillotine Simulator. Yes, you heard that right, guillotine. Now you can prepare yourself for a punishment they gave during the French Revolution. How does it work? Well, the player puts on the headset and is now standing tied up in front of a huge crowd. The town resents them and everyone wants them gone. The worst part of this all lies in the fact that the player can see their head roll around after it's been cut off. The gruesome sound effects and gut-wrenching effects have made a lot of people throw their headsets away in shock and disgust. Is it a fun game to try out? We think those who are interested should find out on their own. While it may be funny to some people trying it out in a group of friends, we think it sounds insane to willingly put yourself in a situation like that. Come save a kitten. Still watching? Awesome. Let's keep going. Now, the next game is a pretty popular one. It's a thrilling experience in which the user goes into a fancy building and rides up an elevator. When the doors open, the player finds themselves at the edge of a rooftop with a wooden plank laid out. What's the point of this game? The mission lies in rescuing a kitten that is stuck at the top of the wooden plank. In theory, it sounds easy to adapt to, but when one is at such a height, the adrenaline is pumping. The player experiences dizziness with every step taken toward the animal. This game is a great introduction for those who are new to the world of virtual reality gaming. It gives them an insight into into how spooky and realistic the experience can be when one is put into a situation so startling. The invention of virtual reality has to be one of the most outstanding accomplishments in technology because it can fool the human brain. The game is a fun experiment for kids to try out too. Other VR games may be a little too heavy to grasp for beginners. We believe the kitten-saving game is a great way to persuade someone to try out virtual reality, and is often found at most arcades too. Spend a day with your virtual girlfriend. This spine-chilling experience is something many people are fond of. Common in the arts and entertainment industries of South Korea and Japan is the concept of marketing female celebrities as your girlfriend. That fantasy existed in theory and acts of fan service till virtual reality took it a step further. Doesn't this game cross the lines of morality? As long as there's an audience for it, creators can easily get away with matters as scandalous as this one. In this strange layout, the player finds themselves in a room with their virtual girlfriend, Japanese star AI Shinazaki. Her purpose is to fulfill the fantasy of being romantically available to players by indulging with them in day-to-day tasks like couples do. What does the virtual girlfriend do for the players? It's the usual tasks such as eating together, bringing them chocolates, and even offering to kiss them. The idea didn't sit right with many people as they thought it was creepy, invasive, and delusional. They also added how it led to the objectification of women as they were being promoted as some sort of product. Some may argue that there's nothing vulgar about it, so there's nothing wrong with it, but the fact is that it can cause people to feel entitled to the actress. It's all fun and games till people start taking virtual relationships too far and acting like they are actually in love with an actress that doesn't know them. While the chances of such occurrences causing harm are slim, they're never zero. Saving the oddest game ever created for last, we present to you the VR Toilet Simulator. We're frowning as hard as you are. Yes, this is a real game. It went viral due to how weird the concept of it all was. The player starts the game as a skeleton that enters a bathroom. Players can observe items in the washroom and know what it would feel like if a skeleton was ever going to get trapped in there. The cryptid game went viral on YouTube and Twitter for being so useless at first. Seriously, what did the creators have in mind when they released this? Let's face the fact that all of us have been in an emergency need to use the restroom at an event or gathering. This is exactly what the game developers were aiming for. The ideology of this game revolved around the player being in the shoes of a man whose bladder has the worst timing. What is the mission? The player had to go in the toilet with a broken lock and get done with business without getting caught by any of the other guests at a party. If someone walks in and the player is not done, they're out. Wow, we've never played a game with such a peculiar objective before. While many virtual reality games are available on limited platforms, this bizarre game is everywhere. We think that children of a younger age group may enjoy this harmless yet intriguing game in their free time. After all, we have to admit, it's good to practice such scenarios. The game can be purchased on Google Cardboard, most Android devices, and Gear VR. That is a wrap for this video. We hoped you like it. What do you think about Before Your Eyes? Which weird game on this list would you dare to try? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching.